Hello, ladies and gentlemen, to the beginning of the bracket stages for the teamfortress.tv Twitch Invitational. This is the winner's bracket round of 8. My name is Lang. With me casting is Getawale. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. I feel hot tonight. Lang, how do you feel?
I feel hot as well. And also,
Great.
with us, there's a third member who will not be speaking tonight, but he will be sending these very images and audio waves directly to your computer. That is Dash, aka MathSad, holding down the camera over there. So
Yep.
we're gonna get this match underway as soon as we can. This is going to be Street Hoops versus Rent-A-Homies. Now, these teams have a bit of a history against each other. In this season of ESEA Invite, Street Hoops narrowly beating out Rent-A-Homies in the LAN race. Street Hoops being the 4th seeded team going into the ESEA LAN playoffs, and Rent-A-Homies just barely missing the cut, coming in at that 5th seed.
Yep.
So these teams certainly very close in skill level. This should be a great match. I'm pretty excited about it, Mike.
I am too. They were very close, and ESEA Invite could have gone either way actually this season, because late in the season, Street Hoops beat Rent-A-Homies on this very map, Granary. And if Rent-A-Homies had won that one, it could have gone the other way, and it could have been Rent-A-Homies taking that last spot for LAN. And ironically, in this tournament, they're also the 4 and 5 seeds. And actually, funny enough, Street Hoops, they were 4th in CEVO main this season too. There's something about that 4th and 5th kind of spot, but they're two very evenly matched teams. And the thing I like about these teams, Lang, is that they followed pretty similar paths. They started in open, and they just shot up every season. Street Hoops were second runners-up in open, shot right up to main in ESEA. Then they were runners-up in main, and now in Invite, they've got the 4th spot. Rent-A-Homies, a very similar path. So these are teams that have certainly concentrated on getting to where they are now, and they can certainly play Team Fortresses, that's for sure.
Yeah, I like the path that these teams have taken. A lot of these guys are, sort of breakout talent that we really haven't seen in Invite before. And that's refreshing. We've certainly had seasons where it's like, okay, these same guys over and over again. And it's great to watch those guys. They're still really good at the game, but you got to get that new blood in at the top and have them, shake up the old guard and, keep them honest. So I definitely like these teams for that, and it's nice seeing all these fresh new faces, and some of them even attending LAN.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's kind of cool too. Just a bit of the backstory of Street Hoops is that a lot of these guys came from what was initially a Highlander team. I know I just said the H word. Don't tell my parents. But they at some point it clicked. They said, we're not as interested in the Highlander stuff anymore. Let's go do sixes, and they just kind of gave up, not gave up, but they concentrated more so on the sixes in Highlander, and now here they are. They're the friggin' 4th seed in LAN. I mean, my goodness, only took them 3 seasons to do it, so I'm impressed. That's all I can say. Hot Lang.
Hot Getawale. Yeah, so this match is going to be played on CP Granary. Yeah. Definitely a little bit different from some of the other maps that are sort of the fan and player favorites, such as, say, a Badlands or a Process. Granary is a little bit different in that it really favors the play of the soldiers. This is known as a map that's really, really great for pocket soldiers and soldier-based Ubers, whereas more recently a lot of maps have been favoring scout Ubers. But of course, another reason that now this map is going to favor soldiers is due to the recent nerf to the Demo Man's stickies.
Yep.
Stickies now having that 2-second damage ramp up, so the left click, right click sticky spam is no longer anywhere near as effective as it used to be. If it's well aimed, it can still do about 70 damage, but sort of the maybe slightly lackadaisical demo spam that some demo men might have is only going to do like 17 to 30 damage now. So it's definitely promoting more accurate sticky placement from these demo men, but also they really have to think a lot farther ahead. So the demo men's job just got a lot harder, but this is obviously an indirect buff to every other class in the game. So now a lot more is resting on the pockets, especially on this map, to really play out of their minds and dish out all the damage.
Yeah, absolutely. It has changed a lot about the demos. This changed the entire sort of mid rollout on especially this map, Granary, where it was always soldiers, but certainly demos played a key role, and now it's favoring more, setting up traps and sticking up areas and doing area denial. And so very interesting changes and a couple little tweaks actually to this granary map too. Valve sort of changed some of the little lights that soldiers could stand on. I know a lot of them are still intact, but I think the clipping on some of the lights is gone, and so some little tweaks to the map. But yeah, this isn't everyone's favorite map. It was for years and years until better maps came around. And but it is a good test because the soldiers who are flying around the map right now. It's worth mentioning the soldiers can't use these new unlocks right now. We're not allowing the new soldier or any of these new unlocks in this tournament, Lang. But next season, it's possible. We may have parachuting demos and soldiers. Who the hell knows? Could be anything.
Yeah, obviously we want to try to keep things consistent as possible for this tournament. Changing the whitelist right in the middle of it is maybe a little bit questionable. So made the snap judgment to keep it the same. But yeah, for the upcoming seasons of ESEA and CEVO, I personally hope that we see some of this new stuff allowed, and maybe even go back and look at some other things that we've previously had banned. Maybe it's time to look at Quick Fix again, given how much of the rest of the game has changed in its absence.
Yeah, I mean, the Quick Fix, I think that people have had a long enough time now to play around with the Quick Fix. That one season when it was allowed, a lot of people didn't know how to play it or play against it at the time, and I think we've had enough time now to sort of theory craft and figure it out a lot better, and so maybe it could be a viable thing. I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens in future. And I don't know if people will be wanting to go heavy as much too. I mean, Valve just threw a wrench in everything, Lang. They certainly made competitive a lot more interesting. Not that heavy is a main class by any means in sixes, but a lot of people do run heavy on last point, and I don't know. It's worth mentioning.
Whoa, look where Ash is standing right now. Is that
yeah?
Is that
I'm looking right at him actually.
I've never seen that.
New spot on Granary.
That is awesome. I was going to make a point about heavy, but it's completely lost now, Mike. Just this spot. I'm wondering if this has always been there. And look at Goku trying to get there. He almost made it. Anyway, I have word from Paragon of the Street Hoops. The delays right now are due to Grapes Game. Grapes Game is refusing to update. There was another tiny little patch pushed out about an hour and a half ago.
Yep.
Just a couple little minor fix-ups to the big Love and War update that just hit yesterday. Yeah, I guess Grapes Steam is giving him some trubs. So hopefully he gets in here quickly. We can get this game underway.
Grape, who famously was in a flooded apartment one time and couldn't play because of a flooded apartment. That sticks out in my mind. There was a funny meme. At any rate, if you're just joining us, gang, my name's Get Whale, his name is Lang, and we're waiting to go live here for this match between Street Hoops Esports and Rena Homies. Who do you think's better, Lang? Who do you think's the better team? I'm gonna put you right on the spot here. Who's a better team? I have no other way to put that. Who can shoot players better? Who can kill things the most?
I sort of want to go with Street Hoops just because, in the regular season they did edge it out over Rent a Homies, but I mean, this really is anyone's game. I think in this match in particular, it's going to come down to which team can adapt more effectively, because so much has changed with the Love and War update. Even with the unlocks not being allowed, they've changed fundamental things such as Heavy and Demo Man, both of which are known to come into play on this map.
Yeah.
So it's entirely possible that Rent-A-Homies are better at that on-the-fly problem-solving than Street Hoops. We haven't really seen either of these teams tested in that way yet. So I'm really excited to see who shines, who comes out on top in this interesting situation.
Yeah, we have hashtag HotLang going on in chat. Remember, guys, if you do use Twitter, hashtag HotLang, it's very warm and, in fact, thunderstorming now where he is.
It is.
Going back to... I just had to mention that. Who's your buddy? How about Crits Krieg? Let's talk about Crits, because going back to the whole demo thing, Granary is a map where we see Crits Krieg very often. And a lot of time with Crits Krieg, the onus is on the Demo Man. He wants to hit his first stick, and that's something he immediately debts. There have been experiments done with this new Demo Man damage ramp up, easy for me to say, where the first stick isn't always killing the medic. I've heard reports of 140 and stuff like that, and so the crits, is it going to be as effective, do you think? Have you played with that at all yourself, sir?
I have not. I mean, I've always been a fan of the soldier crits, though.
Yep.
Be that out of selfishness or actual effectiveness, I'm not quite sure yet.
Well, how about a last point of this map? A last point of this map granary, you would probably give it to your... Unless you come from above, you would probably want to give it to your demo, would you not?
I would definitely agree with particularly pushing into last year. You want to give it to the demo, because the distance you have to cover with that soldier rocket is just way too far. The medic is going to see it coming. He's going to dodge. And also, you know, even if the medic doesn't dodge, like, you got to... I don't know, like, hitting a rocket that far away, it takes so long to get there. So many things can happen in that time. Definitely pushing into last year, you want to have that full charge sticky so it's traveling just as fast as possible and you can get it right on the bed, try to drop him. But yeah, you know, if it's only doing 140, that's not going to go too well.
That's not confirmed. That's hearsay. I want to just make you aware. But certainly we know, based on this update, that a sticky bomb that is detonated right away no longer does full damage. It doesn't do full damage right away like it used to. It's just a thought, Lang. I mean, I don't know if the demos are listening right now. It's just speaking to Duatna himself. Duatna feels good about this match. He says, all he does is win, which I think is a reference to a rap song.
Mm-hmm. Duatna, a well-known freestyle rapper.
As a rapper, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
We all know that.
That's one of his more well-known lyrics.
Yeah.
But he's got some other gems in there.
Yep, and I'm just impressed that a full-time rapper can take time out from the office to come and play this TF2, but, I mean, maybe he plays it on his office computer at the rap studio.
Sorry, doing a little bit more support. The new update, by the way, has apparently negatively impacted some of Sivo's infrastructure. Imagine that.
Oh, the roads?
Big updates breaking things.
What kind of infrastructure?
Telephone
Highways?
lines, railways.
Yeah.
That's how we commute.
Okay, sure, yeah. Rail, I mean, is a really effective mode of transportation, as we all know. Of course, there's going to be a rail update to TF2 sometime in the next 2 or 3 years, we think.
Oh yeah, end of the line. I know very little about it. I hear people keep getting really mad about it, but that's all I know.
Well, we are still waiting to go live here. Thank you for sticking with us here on teamfortress.tv. We are waiting for the final player to enter the server. We believe he's just fixing up some last-second issues, and then we will be going live shortly. Thank you for sticking around. If you guys have predictions of who you think is going to take this match, if you have favorite teams or players, or anything to look for in this match, take part in Twitch chat and let us know. Who do you think is going to win?
So
we've already mentioned that. What's up?
Yeah, we do have this delay here, and you know we certainly never like to have to talk to these delays. There's a silver lining here, Mike. Me neither. I don't know why I'm here.
Right. What's the silver lining?
The silver lining, Mike, is that there are a ton of matches being played tonight. We have the winners bracket round of 8, the losers bracket round 1, and the winners bracket round of 4, all being played tonight. That's a lot of video game matches, Mike.
Wow. So we're going to be casting next 5 hours. What do you think?
We're going to be casting at least 2 of them. Probably exactly 2 of them.
At least.
Yeah.
Up to and including 2.
Up to and precisely 2 matches tonight. So, of course I say that, and now something's going to go catastrophically wrong, I'm sure. But we're going to try our best to cast 2 matches tonight. We're off to a really great start, as always.
Yeah. Well, Lang, you know, the last match that we cast was fantastic. That was Goldman Sachs and Ding Dong Daddy, I believe, and that one went the full distance, sir. Went to overtime, in fact. So maybe we've got the touch. We have the magical Hot Lang, Hot Get Whale touch that this will be a fantastic match. Certainly a 4 and 5 seed. They are very evenly matched.
I love Hot Whale touches, personally.
Hot Whale touches? Yeah. Yeah. I saw those in my store, actually, my e-store. I go to. They have my logo on it and everything. It's wicked.
If you go to your Etsy over there.
Right, yeah.
These Etsy jokes, they're next level.
We have to give up these Etsy jokes, Lang. What's wrong with us?
I don't know.
What's going on?
I will say, though, Mike, that this tournament is the teamfortress.tv Twitch Invitational.
Yes, I've heard that.
It is being sponsored by Twitch themselves.
I've heard that.
We have
Television.
Big Twitch John to thank for that. He put this all together, secured 2,500 Twitch bucks in prize money for us. Turns out Twitch bucks are actual USD, so they're real legal tender.
That's convenient.
So we have 2,500 Twitch bucks we're going to be giving out to the winners of this tournament, and that's great. We have direct esports support from the esports people themselves, twitch.tv. And we couldn't be more excited about that.
It's amazing. It's amazing to have that kind of support. You know, this is a game that has been played competitively for many years, and it's really fantastic to see all these sort of tournaments and events that are going on. And we do want to shout out John. He was kicking around in chat a little bit, but just fantastic, and we've had great exposure and support from Twitch, and, you know, makes me stutter. What can I say?
You stutter.
Well... Yeah.
Mike, I don't know about you, but we're gonna have to start talking about what we did today. We're waiting so long.
I had a long day at work. Here's one thing I didn't tell you though in the pregame. I got alcohol. I got whiskey at work today.
Why is that?
I was given. You just got a free gift of a little bottle of whiskey. My boss was like, "Here's exactly what I got." He came up and he said, "Hey, you look like you need a loaf of bread." He gave me a coupon for a free loaf of bread, and this is true. And then he gave me a small sampler of whiskey, and that happened to me at my job that I work at.
Is bread and whiskey like the staple diet of your Canadian island?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. Yeah, we mostly drink the whiskey and we eat the bread, but sometimes we like to mix it up a bit.
Did you get a coupon for a specific type of bread?
Let me just see. I'm just holding
up. Was this at all related to the Love and War bread update?
Match? Well, you know, maybe it is. I don't know if it has tumors in it, but certainly I'll be keeping an eye in the.
Is this some strange ARG that Valve is starting in Canada?
This is part of. I mean, I think Twitch chat is already catching on to this. That I was actually part of the ARG, and I'm working for Valve, and you know, it's
get a well-known alternate reality gamer.
Right. What kind of day did you have, sir?
I had a pretty relaxed day. You know, I don't work at the university today. I only work there Monday through Wednesday, doing this web development, building new video platforms over there.
Yeah.
Having to support Internet Explorer 8 with live streaming technology, I can assure you, is an exercise in futility. But when I'm not doing that, I'm just sort of chilling at home. I did some personal streaming. It was all kinds of fun. I got my new monopod today. Sort of getting the last few pieces of gear in before One Step Camp, which starts on July 5th. That's really soon, Mike. Yeah.
Let's talk about the fact that there's a hat now in the game that supports that camp. We can mention that real quick, can't we?
We sure can. So Tip of the Hats, if any of you don't know, tipofthehats.org is a competitive Team Fortress 2 charity fundraiser live stream event. Happens once a year. And basically the gist of our fundraiser, as very intense lightning is happening outside right now, is we convert virtual items to real money that we can give to a charity to make a real difference. And that charity is One Step Camp. It's a summer camp program for kids with cancer, and I'm actually volunteering there.
And we're about to play TF2 Lang, for real.
Well, I'm going to keep talking about this hat for a moment. Okay. I'm going to fit it in there. But anyway, we have our hat, our logo is in the game. You can buy it. Some of the proceeds go to One Step, the rest go to Valve. Anyway, you should go check that out. But we are live right now, Mike. I'm going to take away this first mid. I'm going to switch it up. You know what? I'm going to watch these demo. I'm going to see how the nerf has affected them. And then I'm watching Rikachu right now. Getting there roughly the same time as Duatna, a little bit earlier. Laying down his stickies. That's good. His stickies have time to prime now over on that health kit. Switching away from Rikachu now. I'm going into my free cam. I'm just flying around, seeing where these teams are. 20B, both roamers way up in the air right now. The air shot's going and missing. Actually, Ash catching that pill mid-air. Great little catch there. Nice shot from Rikachu. Now it's just Deadbolt and Duatna left alive for Street Hoops Esports. John Milter going in for the kill. Duatna is so hurt. He does take him down. Deadbolt also going down into the spam there from Servo. So full wipe for Street Hoops Esports. 2 players left alive for Rent, and that's going to be the first mid there in favor of Rent-A-Homies.
I can tell you who the MVP of that mid was, Lang. Do you want to know who it was?
Who was it, Mike?
It was Rikachu, the demo for Rent-A-Homies, because Duatna rolled out to that mid and had all... First of all, he had the health pack stolen from him. Rikachu shut that down. He couldn't take it. And then he shut down the left side. And so Duatna had absolutely nowhere to go. and couldn't do anything, couldn't put out damage. So Rikachu did a fantastic job there, and the demos were a big factor, more so than most mids there. Right now, though, we're sitting here, I'm following Rikachu. I'm in garage right now, and he's setting down those sticky bombs and leaving them there for a second or two before he dets them. Right now, there's a slight Uber advantage on the side of the 20B Street Hoops team. They got their Uber now. They're coming right in. They're not waiting, it looks like. They're coming right in through garage right now. Back in Rikachu out of there, who's still up, I believe, on his first life.
The control point is being contested.
But now we've got Rhino Homies about to get theirs. They're backing out, though, into left yard right now. They're about to get their Uber. Servo's back up. He had gone down.
So Fusion actually was hiding in the garage and forced Kozen's Uber. So while 20B are going to get the mid cap out of this, they're going to have to back out immediately as they have no Uber. Caspian now and Renta Homies coming in with their Uber. Oh, but the drop! Ash getting the drop onto Caspian right there. Ash now doing everything he can to distract over in that garage area. But there's only 3 players up for 20B. Kozen just not coming back into mid to heal up Paragon. Deadbolt is way far forward. I'm not even sure how he got there, but Deadbolt is actually securing out the left yard right now, and Street Hoops are going to take that mid and get a hold on yard here.
He got out alive, and Deadbolt is here now getting a buff, and I don't know how he got out. There was a scout there, there was a soldier up above, but Deadbolt's still alive here. Fantastic job. They're going to come in now and clean up this second point. They're going to have a big old 60% Uber advantage, and so really on Rhino Homies now to try to get a med pick if they can, but Kozen going upstairs now. Looks like they'll be taking this possibly in through upper, taking his soldier with them.
We do have John Milter on NG, so if 20B aren't aware of this sentry, it could catch them off guard and do a lot of work, especially with how much less damage Stickies do now. But Deadbolt actually going down as the push is trying to come in. Kozen taking a lot of damage, getting caught out of position. The flanks coming in from 2 members up for ramp, but Duana picking up both of them with that pill right there. This Uber could still be really good. They're getting in the sentry now, taking down Ash. Yes, Ash finally gets picked off thanks to that shotgun from John Milter. And it looks like 20B aren't quite able to recover this Uber that was forced by the Renta Homies, and they're just gonna have to take the frags that they can get back. Oh, actually, Deadbolt is doubling down. He's getting really aggressive. Can he win this fight? This 1v2. He does have Duana there supporting him, but no. Deadbolt is gonna back off there, and but still, it looks like Caspian went down in the engagement, so Kozen's actually had a huge Uber advantage still.
Rhino Homies have switched over to Crits Creek, though. It was an alright attempt on that Uber by Kozen. As a matter of fact, they tried to take it above first, but they were improvising and free-balling as it was. They dropped down to try to take it through lower. It didn't work out. They're about to get it, though, and if they head in now, which they are, they're going to beat that Crits Krieg, and so good chance here for 20B if they can... Oh, but Kozen goes down to a headshot!
John Milter.
And he gets dropped, and he will be missed. I'll miss him.
I certainly will as well, although 20B is still making it happen.
Wow,
that recovery aggression from them.
Jeez, without their heals, they still pull it off, and that's first round for the 20 bros. Well, that was really impressive. I want to watch Duana on this middle because he's going to have to get there a little quicker this time. He needs to get his health pack and needs to really put out that area denial that he failed to do last time. Not taking damage there, but let's see. Rikachu not quite there, so Duana racing into mid this time, which is good. He's going to come right up that left side and stick up the top of garage there. Putting spam in there, he's down. Well, he's getting caught up with his medic there. But he's shutting down garage for this whole Rhino Homies team who have to cycle around here now and making it real hard on them. They're going to sneak a real quick mid cap. Not going for picks at all, just really quickly capping. What do you think of that?
That was a pretty cleanly executed mid from 20B. It looks like they just completely denied the Renta Homies from coming in, but right now both medics are going to get Uber. Grape trying to get some initiation here, and the Uber is forced, but the Renta Homies do pick up a frag with it. Kozen and Grape dancing. They still haven't popped yet. Wow, Servo shot all his ammo, couldn't pop it. Servo getting skyboxed right now. Is he going to come down to an air shot? He's just going to land on top of one of the members of 20B there and Crater. So that Uber is huge. Looks like they actually spent it all on trying to kill Servo while he was midair. So Servo may have gotten launched, but he did what he needed to, and he distracted and prevented that Uber from coming in.
Yeah, the Rhino Homies team right now, they're very much back on their heels. I'm watching Duatna a lot, and he's sort of setting up sticks, expecting Rhino Homies to push out from it, but Rhino Homies really just sitting back, and so Duatna, I guess, not realizing how aggressive and how effectively his team have been playing in this second round. I guess it helps to be up 1-0 a little bit. The Ubers are just about even right now, Lang, and so we are probably going to see an encounter right here in this second/yard area. Renohomi's just going to get theirs barely first, but it will be pretty much even.
Yeah, I'm predicting maybe running a scout through with the Uber and then giving the rest of the Uber to a soldier, because I mean, it's just, you're not going to have time to lay down a carpet of stickies here. And it looks like that's exactly what they're doing. Both scouts looking from the side of the aggressors. That's 20B. Actually, everyone almost is over here on that far left side. Actually, they're going on just an Uber mission with just Grape. Just the pocket and meta going up here. They do find Fusion. Fusion doing a good job of forcing that Uber early. Caspian, of course, still holding on to his Uber. Grape coming in deep, getting that Uber forced. No splits yet. Actually, the split has come out now. Servo pushing out the 4 remaining members up 20B, but 20B now coming back in with Ash coming through that Z area. One other player down, that's Deadbolt, going down to actually 20B. Now the scouts Paragon going huge, picking up 2, Ash picking up a 3rd, and this looks
Caspian's
bad.
gonna go down. Caspian getting out there finally does go down. 2 players left up, but again, there's 3 here at last for 20B, which is what the situation they had last time. And they pulled this off in the past. We've got crossbows flying across the map. Still sitting back and just hanging out by this door right here. I think they may have missed their chance. They're gonna get back in there. They're gonna back. But they're about to get a full Uber. They're at 80 right now. Kozin is. Yeah, baby back ribs.
Yeah. So once again, we have Street Hoops with a significant Uber advantage, getting ready to push into last. That's gonna tick over to 100% right now. They're gonna take every single member in through this right door. I don't see any stickies over here. They're going to get in cleanly. The pill spam coming in, well placed from Rikachu, is going to force that Uber. But Caspian's nowhere near his Uber, although there's damage going pretty heavily onto 20B. Are 4 Rent going to be able to pull us out? No, actually, they've been completely surrounded, and that's going to be the 2nd round now in favor of Street Hoops Esports, 2-0, as we go into our 3rd rollout here.
Take it away, friend.
I will take it away, Mike.
Yeah, well.
So this mid, you know what? I'm gonna give some respect to the rental homies, and I'm gonna watch Goku, top scoring for his team. The scout, I always think the scouts have an interesting role on this map. There's a lot of smarts that have to go into what they do here. Goku opting to play up top. He sees Duatna there down on the low ground. Duatna spam coming out. Goku seeing an opportunity to move in on this jumping soldier. And he actually does take him down there. Goku can take it down himself. Switching now my camera around a little bit, going into this free cam. We have the soldiers of For Rent jumping up, having good control of these crates. Paragon trying to make anything happen that he can, and now it's just Duatna left in this mid. Kozan's already retreated, and surely Duatna's going to go down! Scary Servo! Servo reptiling him there. We call that the rocket jump shotgun. But it's important to note that Kozan has actually survived, so I think they're going to have Uber to defend 2 here, although actually, For Rent are already in position.
Yikes.
And Rikachu is sticking off these doors.
Yeah, Kozan did real good. It was fun to see Duatna take the bottle out, going for a bottle kill. Maybe, you know, the sticky bomb launcher was so nerfed, you need to get bottle kills now. But here comes Blue. 2nd point's not even capped. I don't know what's going on here. This is Servo just barely getting saved by Caspian there. I think you forgot something, guys. There's a point back here, and the Ubered red guys are on that 2nd point, which is not what they're looking for. Down goes Caspian, down goes Servo. What the hell happened there? Somebody,
so I believe what went down was that For Rent were like, okay, let's leave one guy to cap, and let's make this Uber exchange happen in last before Street Hoops are ready for it. But what ended up happening is that For Rent's combo pushed in one door, and 20B's combo pushed in the other, and they ended up getting wrapped around, and their team got cut in half.
Like when you're walking towards someone,
backfired.
You both try to pass each other on the same side, you know, that awkward moment.
That's exactly what happened.
It's kind of like that, yeah. Whoa, the sticks are working. Speaking of sticks, Rikachu takes out the twins, Paragon and Deadbolt, with 1 trap, and suddenly Street Hoops are going to sit here and have a little powwow in yard. In comes the soldier. Servo's been doing a fantastic job jumping around his soldier, and my lord. Duatna got, what, 2 down with that, and right now, dead to this world is Rikachu who goes down. So 3 players down for the Renohomies team. Going to make it real easy for 20B to waltz in to the middle point and stand on it for the required period of time.
This nerf does not really seem to be holding Duatna back at all. I believe he just picked up a 3K there in that engagement during that transition.
Well, Rikachu either. Rikachu's been nailing it as well. He's had fantastic traps, and I think it's working. Early indications on these new sticky bomb launchers indicate more so for traps. And here we go. Uber got forced by Grape. A really great job. So a slightly later pop by 20B. Or no, I guess not. They were forced a little earlier, I guess. I was in my free camp, but we're here at mid now, and Reno Homies want to get in on this mid. They are pretty well even on numbers. I don't know. Caspian's feeling a lot of heat, though.
Yeah, Ash doing a good job of getting some distraction spam there. Although, John Milter coming in, almost taking down Kozin and getting him down to below 30 health. He's well into the red. Both medics, though, still alive. Caspian having to back up, getting that health kit. 2 members now are down for 4 rent, so perhaps 20B have a small window in which they want to push in. And oh, Ash playing Minesweeper, clearing those stickies for his team. He does manage to survive, though. And we have Grape getting in real aggressive. He wants to scare these members of 4 rent. Doesn't really want to engage them, just wants to scare them. And that's what he's done. He's forced them back inside. So 20B can now control this yard area and figure out how they want to take this push. They have a very, very... Man, I wonder if they... No, I thought maybe for a moment they thought they had uber advantage, but no, they realize it's even for both teams. Both teams have 6 members up, and it looks like 20B are going to try a push in through the far left side again.
Yeah, flank action though right now, and blue pop first coming in. Actually, the pops are very equal, but we're in this lunchbox flank area. Now coming in through Z is 20B, and... this encounter is going to happen right here. Rikiku's trying to stick up the doors. Kozin went down. The Servo and Fusion went down as well. So there's 2 players up for Rena Homies. 20B's without their heals, but I don't think they care too much because they only have John Milter to deal with. He's coming back down through Lunchbox and wants to try to, oh lord, flank play. And he goes down. The second point's cap, but obviously the respawns are going to be back up. Which is not going to be good for last, but it was good enough for second point for Street Hoops.
Yeah, so Kozin getting the earlier respawn here, and he is on regular Uber. Let me just double check Caspian here. He is also on the regular Uber, the good old Medigun. But 20B, I think they realize that they have a small advantage as they're just building solidly on Paragon right now. And I think they're going to try to push in on this small advantage. So right now they're at 65% Uber. They need to get eyes, need to know where Caspian is. And actually Caspian's positioning right now might backfire. He's playing really close, which is good to defend against a bomb, but it's not really great to defend against an Uber push.
Yeah, I have a surprise
we'll see what
for
unfolds.
You, Lang. Yeah. We have a fat man standing around up in the lunchbox area.
The Russian.
Holding a shotgun, no less. Oh no, he switched off. Deadbolt, surprise heavy.
John Milter actually fully charged body shot Kozin and got the Uber drop there. But now the Russian, that's Deadbolt coming in. He goes down immediately to that spam from Rikachu. And Fusion and Servo, those are the soldiers for Forent, are going to push in up top. We have Rikachu covering the bottom door. And I think we're going to see the Renta homies maybe take this back. Although Grape getting that super late frag on Servo has perhaps killed that momentum.
Unbelievable. The second Uber drop from Kozin in this almost the exact same spot. And, you know, if you're this Street Hoops team, you really need to anticipate this sniper at last point. Don't you, Lang? And maybe even put up a sniper of your own? Certainly Paragon probably would be the choice for the Street Hoops team. What do you think?
I'm going to guess that they just had no idea the sniper was there. They were playing so far back, they were building, they weren't peeking the doors at all. And I have a feeling if he knew the sniper was there, he would have popped early, but, you know, they were so focused on trying to get that frag on the medic that I guess they forgot, you know, to check their spots. But John Milter actually getting another frag onto Duana there, so I think we're going to see, yes, Forent are pushing in now. They're taking advantage of that demo pick. There's no traps now. Grape getting caught out. His hiding spot was discovered by Servo, so that's 2 picks in favor. And Ash going down as well. Bunch of players going down. Kozin just not getting his Uber, but are they going to get spawns in time? No, their spawns are too far back, and they might get forced back into mid here.
Paragon must have heard me. He did switch over to Sniper after he went down as heavy. Probably more effective on that, but not back by this middle point. Certainly not where you want to have a Sniper. Not ideal. A lot more effective at that last point. I'm wondering what's in Kozin's head right now as he's feeling pressure from Soldier. He surfs that one away. He's throwing out crossbows, but he's got to get out. He pops on nothing just to save himself. He does finally catch his Soldier here, but not a great Uber situation for Kozin, who has to heal his team up and just sort of run away. What I was going to ask, Lang, is now that Kozin has gone down to 2 headshots and dropped 2 Ubers, what's going through his mind? You know, that can really get inside the head of a sniper or of a medic who he just went down instead.
Yeah, I mean, it can certainly rattle your confidence, but I think it's less about rattling Kozin and more about inspiring For Rent. They're playing so much more aggressive now. They're taking these fights with so much more confidence, and it really shows. These fights are now happening on For Rent's terms, not 20B's. But, oh, Paragon almost getting that flank pick onto Caspian, but Caspian getting the dodges out, the fanciest footwork, managing to stay alive. And he's going to have about a 25% Uber advantage here, certainly enough to push through this choke on Mike.
Yeah, so I don't want to say the pace of this match has slowed down, but we're having a hell of a round here, a lot of back and forth, and both these teams playing very aggressively. Their scouts very aggressive, their demos performing great, both Duana and Rikachu. Really fantastic play all around, and I don't know, maybe Valve nailed it with this adjustment to the demo, certainly having to alter the demo styles a little bit, but I mean, looking at the picks, I'm seeing them on that kill feed a lot, sir. We're in yard right now. Servo just gets caught by his medic, and he's going to come right on into Garage himself. Going to bully that team out. Not going to pick up anything in Garage, and so they did pop it. Look, I mean, Cousin's still holding on to his, and so getting ready to use it. Servo's hiding. He's going to be a sneaky snake, and he's chilling out here. Look at this. Oh, Servo. Oh, please. Oh, please. Waiting for the right time.
Cousin's actually gone the other way. The audible ended up working out for them, and now Servo's just going to get caught out, cleaned up. But John Milter is in position for a back camp right now, and that's going to be huge. John Milter now moving in for his back camp, but no, it's too early. It's premature. Ash has come back for the health kit. Oh, the anti-timing. I think Ash is going to certainly at least delay this, and yes, he does pick off John Milter while this cap is happening on mid for the Street Hoops Esports. The Uber now up for Kozin. Caspian nowhere near his, so we're going to see 20B pushing through here, especially with John Milter being down. That means the flank of For Rent is that much weaker, and yes, they are starting to come through this garage area right now.
Unbelievable. I think Ash was down to 3 HP in that encounter. The back cap did almost work. I think Ash trying to atone for that now, making a play for Rikachu, and the medic now gets Caspian. Ash picking out the medic. Servo and Goku going down. 20B looking real good right now, although they got to heal their scouts up a little bit. Their one scout, Paragon. They're losing numbers. They're obviously going to cap this very easily, but they lost Kozin in the process. They lost Ash as well. They're going to be waiting, and looking at the Ubers right now, Caspian is back up first. I don't know if we're going to wait. We're just coming right in. Who needs Ubers, Lang? Who needs them? Nobody.
Yeah, the spawns on For Rent were pretty long there, so 20B just Con Milter, unfortunately not able to delay 5 people, though, you know, you can't blame him for that. It's a big ask of anyone. So yeah, that's the end of the first half, Mike. 3-0 in favor of Street Hoops Esports.
Certainly, and you know, like I said in that third round, certainly the first round a little quick, maybe going right away, but that third round very back and forth and showing us some good stuff. I do think the Reno homies have it in them. They've just been edged out in sort of key situations. We'll see how they play this out. No time to talk about it between halves, which is interesting.
Yeah, I appreciate that they're getting right into it.
We got a lot
always nice. Tonight. Yeah, we got
a place to go, guys.
So Rikachu arriving to mid, pretty hurt here, but he's going to pick up that health kit, taking that initial spam from Duana, who's opted to go up top this time. For Rent getting right up onto the garage of the enemy gamers. Ash getting just tossed around in the air, but he has kind of opened things up for Grape, who has an overheal up there. John Milter now has a clear shot onto Kozin, but Duana knows where he is going to be and kills him with that prediction sticky. And 20B are going to come out on top of this mid fight with an extra player and a midpoint cap to their name. Caspian did survive though with Rikachu, so they're going to have sticky traps and Uber ready to defend point 2 here.
There are no sticky traps. They've just been building. Rikachu was just helping them build. Certainly, I mean, they had to know they were going to get their Uber. A little interesting that they weren't setting up traps. But Rikachu's going to come back out because we've been talking about how effective those sticky bomb traps are here all night, especially on a map like this. Granary with so many little garages and entrances. Regardless, they're going to come back out, and Rikachu going to play that offensive demo role if he can. And try to block this out. Blue pops already, though. Still holding on to it is Kozin. Don't want to drop it, and Duana setting up his own sticks in red garage.
The Uber now is popped from 20B. I like the aggressive play from For Rent, but their flanks sort of got picked off there. Now they're just getting picked apart with this Uber from Street Hoops. Grape going in deep, trying to push the members of For Rent back. All of Rikachu stickies around that one door, and they are now dead. Just bare. I don't know how they didn't kill Duana
Yeah,
there.
they whiffed somehow.
That really should have killed Duana, I feel like. So that's unfortunate for Rikachu and the Renta homies. But Grape actually getting in on the medic. Caspian is so hurt, but he does survive and still actually has a small uber advantage. The scouts of full rank getting really aggressive and just creating room for their team. And I think they've actually pushed 20B out here, and full rank can start tap capping if they want.
Duana's sticking it up, and Duana's been playing somewhat passively for a lot of this. I've seen him behind the lines a lot. Certainly, it's not a surprise to see sort of a passive demo style, but I think he's playing around a lot more with these traps. Caspian a little bit stranded now, really lucky to walk over some sticks or walk near the sticks there. The encounter right now, Caspian backing up, he's got his soldier with them. Cap going down a second now. They're going to take it from above. I guess just getting that height advantage, but they've got an Ubered soldier there. That's great, but he takes Caspian out. Fusion, the other soldier, is heading all the way back to go back to the closet. I don't know what kind of, there's going to be no last defense here. Yeah, it's unfortunate for this Renohomies team. Fusion can't do it alone. Just Rikachu up, and he can't do it alone either. He will go down. We've got 4-0 laying.
Yeah, a match point now for 20B. Street Hoops Esports, one more, and they're going to take this winner's bracket round of 8 match and proceed on to the winner's bracket round of 4. And of course, we'll have more matches to cast tonight, should that happen. But it's not over till it's over, Mike.
It's not.
Who knows? This could be the beginning of the comeback.
It could be. Well, I want to ask you, what does Renohomies have to do? Is there anything they can be doing differently as Rikachu takes a bit of damage there? Is there anything that they should be doing or that they can maybe do to turn the tide, in your view?
I mean, they've found their aggression, and it's been working a little bit better, but it's like they start their aggression really well, and then their follow-through is maybe not great. Maybe their flank comes in a little bit too early, or their Uber extends a little bit too deeply, but I feel like they're really close to having this awesome aggressive play. They just gotta tighten up their timing a little bit more. Maybe tighten up their communication between the different elements of their team. I'm not sure.
They better do it quick, and I think you're nailing it because on that mid, Duatna surviving with 2 HP, and Paragon surviving with 12. So certainly that mid very close and could have gone the other way if Duatna and Paragon had gone down. It could have been easily 3 players to 1 player for Rentahomies. But here we are, Duatna is setting up his sticks, and again, coming out on top of this middle is 20B, Street Hoops Esports.
Yeah, and Kozen, with that Uber advantage, Caspian still down for another 5 seconds right now, so Kozen's going to have about a 60% Uber advantage to his name. Rikachu doing everything he can to lay down some spam here, and Servo actually getting the flank out of Paragon. Ash picking up Rikachu there. John Milter on the sniper, looking at point 2. He's trying to make something happen for his team here.
Yeah, well, he's been on fire so far. He's been hot. It's been hot, John Milter. Hashtag this evening. He's dropped 2 overs with that one sniper. Oh, in comes this soldier. Kozen, jeez, he finally does get forced, and that was not where you want to get your Uber forced. Great job by Fusion there. They're going to walk right in. There is still a good chance here for Street Hoops because there are 2 players down, 3 now down for Renohomies. This might seal it for the Renohomies. That's going to do it.
Yep, well, Source TV immediately going down. It's like, there's your match. Get out of here.
Chill out.
So 5-0 in favor of 20B. Good job to them. They will advance to the winners bracket round of 4. Rentahome is now going down to the losers bracket round 1. We're not done here, folks, but we are going to take a very quick break, figure out what game we're casting next, and we will be right back as soon as that is ready. Don't go anywhere.